are streaming.
All right.
And we are live. Welcome to the Sports Fiends.
Welcome to the Sports Fiends Show.
It's
The show
Thursday
where,
night.
just like you, we can't get enough
Is
sports.
that copyrighted? Should I not have done that?
No. I don't think it's copyrighted. I mean, it's not.
There you go.
It's not Saturday.
It's true.
I said it late because
It's not New York.
And it's Star Wars, man.
I changed my mind. I want that last slice back.
True that.
Oh, now we want to
He
talk
was
about
waiting
pizza.
for an opportunity to throw that one in, I bet.
Now we want to talk about the pizza.
Here's your host.
Smaller,
It did not die this week.
smaller slices.
So it's not a forbidden subject this time.
I mean, even it wasn't foreboding last week.
Oh, but it
Arthur's
was,
show, Arthur's rules.
but it was dangerous.
No, it's our show.
Dangerous
but I
grounds.
still like to poke the bear. I've always. Anyway, we are live.
All right.
Welcome to the Sports Fiends Show.
Welcome.
I am Arthur Knight. And with me, as always, is Mr. Ryan Lagan and Mr. Michael Wharton. Ryan is back from assignment of playing with soft balls.
Yep.
And then we're just going to drop the mic right there and say that. I couldn't help myself.
Almost went into hand motions. I shouldn't have done that, but
We're coming to
What did you do?
what?
Like this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
coming
Softball
to you
hands.
live.
Turn and cough.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
What a way to start a show. Well, welcome to the show, Sports Fiends. We are coming to you. All right. What I can say, though, is we are brought to you. MV Vision is devoted to offering affordable and fashionable eyewear. MV Vision is your eye care advocates. Their goal is to provide all with the education and informed decision about your vision and health. The Sports Fiends, when you go there. All right, guys. So I'm glad to have, in my head right now, I don't know if it's just that I'm an old head, but you remember that song? The Bad in Town. You remember that song? It's an old song if you don't know that song. But anyways, having all three of us together evokes that song in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm an old head,
Yeah.
I mean, we can do the boys are back in town.
I was going to say, where is that relative to Stray Cats? Because that's where my head went.
Lizzie.
Thin Lizzy. Thin
Lizzy
Lizzy's got to
with
be
the-
after Stray Cats, right?
Way before.
Way before.
He's been way before.
He remembers.
I remember 6 to 7 when it happened. No.
It was, I think, 72. I got pulled out by my dad.
All right.
76 was Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going into history. I love it. I love it. I'm a history buff. I love it. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
And
Choppy over here.
What's that?
who's
Are
Chop?
you watching it?
I'm not chopping.
Yeah, it was glitching out for a second.
Yeah, it's sort of glitching.
Oh. Is this messing with your head?
Everything seems to be.
Hey, we're good.
Everything is not fine. My head is not good.
Somebody said the sound just went out again, too.
Oh, no.
Get us now.
We're not professional here.
Oh,
working.
4
Keep
people.
Say that every
Keep going.
show.
We never claimed to be professional.
Yeah.
No, we the fans' perspective, man. That is what we do.
Yep.
And I just wanted to point out, because I've been a huge Michigan fan for quite a while. I did choose them to win.
You've been a huge Michigan fan for
No, I
a while?
really have. I really
Okay.
have. I want to go to Michigan. I told you that. I wanted to
Okay.
go to Michigan as a point guard. That's what I want. I've been a huge fan, and to see them win a national championship does my heart some good. I'm not like a diehard fan of Michigan. I like Michigan. I've always liked it. Obviously my favorite color is blue. I've always liked colors.
That's the only reason you're a Nuggets fan, right?
Yep, that's it. I saw blue when I was like 4 years old and was like, yeah, that's no. But to have Michigan national championship, you don't put up a fight, man. I mean, that wasn't a rollover, steamroll them or nothing. It was a good game. UConn was deservingly, in that game. It was not college, dude.
Well, he's a Nuggets. He wants to see 140 every day,
No.
I mean, if you watch college basketball, bro, it's a good game.
No, I get it. Nah.
60-point game, it's a good game.
To his point, they made it an ugly game on purpose. I mean, that was the only.
We're going to have to ugly it up, like you said.
For Michigan.
Headbutted.
Hey,
I mean, not for lack of trying. With
So it was a clean game.
Fucking hold calls and all that crap.
Oh, let's not read the game. This game is over,
Oh,
Ryan.
I want to relitigate
They
it.
lost.
That's half the fun.
They lost.
He held
Michigan
up,
is
but
the champion.
the other guy hooked him. Anyway.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I mean, it was a huge momentum swinging play near the end of the first half. Like, that UConn, I think, was still up at the time, if I remember right. Or it was, neck and neck, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the Michigan player guy, by far, who's been going over the back the whole game, clearly shades the hook with Caravan. And yes, Caravan holds them as the ball's. That's the rule. If that's the enforcement of the rule, it's a stupid rule. It shouldn't have been a 4-point turnaround over something that put nobody in danger whatsoever. But that's the only thing I wanted to relitigate very briefly. Thank you that was part of it. But there was some ticky-tack stuff as well that, we were kind of going crazy in the group chat about. But, it is what it is.
Hey, man.
I'm going to remember that. I'm going to give you that exact response the next time you don't agree with officiating.
Dude, nobody hates officials more than I do, bro.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I hate officials. Even when they're on my side, even when the call is like, I can't stand them. I'm like, I really can't. There's like, in particular in the NBA, that if I saw him on the street, I'd probably kick him in the nuts. Like, hey!
Kick him in the softballs.
Hey, come here, man. I want to shake your...
The professional way to say it, but yeah.
Yeah. Just kick him. See that guy? Kick him in the nuts. Anyway.
Screw you guys.
Speaking of the NBA, though, and we'll move on so we can dagger out for Ryan.
I would thought you were going to, want to do a couple more victory laps on the accomplishment.
I mean, if it was like CU's my squad. Like, I really do like CU, but Michigan has been, they're like that second squad that, you just kind of, I don't do that on professional level.
Oh, you can have secondary teams.
In
right?
college, those are kids.
In college.
Well, not kids, but those are.
Just setting arbitrary ground rules now.
No, no way. No way. It's college. I mean, now they're getting paid, so I guess I do have to narrow it down to one team. But CU is my squad. That's my squad. I mean, I even like CSU. There's a lot of college teams, especially when it comes to basketball. I don't have any, particular favorite, in all honesty.
I did just want to throw out there, Michigan is the first team to score 90-plus in the first 5 games of the tournament, and on top of that, they won all those games by 20-plus. So I was happy to just be in the game with them, to your original point. But, yeah, I can let it go now. That's fine.
Okay. He said that now twice.
Yeah. The more times you say it, the less I believe you.
Well, the first time,
I'm wondering who he's trying to convince.
The first time I was letting the officiating go, and then this time I was letting the L go.
All right,
so
distinction. I got it. Okay, so moving on to the Denver Nuggets, and the Denver Nuggets winning their first 10-game winning streak in the Nikola Jokic and Murray era.
That's kind of hard to believe, isn't it?
I was surprised to see that too.
Bruh, they always got to those 9 games. Like Mark, if Mark was here and not at a concert right now, he would attest. Like, we watch games all the time, and it's just like we get to that 10th game and they lose. Excuse me. Now, most of the time, they'd win those 9 games, lose 1 game, then go on another 7-game win streak, 8-game win. But they haven't. They've never won a 10-game win streak. This is the first time. And the fact that they did it in such a gritty manner, like they were losing some of these games by double digits, almost 20-plus points some of these games, and came back to win. Now, I don't like the fact that they keep trying to give me a heart attack, or as Mike has put into the, what did you say? You're looking forward to taking years off of your life? What did you say?
About 4 years, yeah. The playoffs are going to definitely erase 4 good years off my life.
I mean, I remember when they did the championship run in 2023, we were all just like, oh, my God. I mean, some of this gray hair right here and this patch right here, that came from that year, bro. Yep. That year gave me all kinds of rhythmic things with my heart that just not
atrial fibrillation.
Yes, man, it was, and I expect this year to be just the same. But after winning 10 games and in the way that they did, I think that man, this Nuggets team might be ready. Tim Hardaway's in rare form. Like, he really looks like the basket is about 50 feet wide.
They don't talk about him enough.
Mm-hmm. He should be the 6th man of the year, but if I go down that rabbit hole, we'll spend the whole show on that. Because there's a lot of arguments for it, but the other people that are ahead of him in like the polls and whatnot, I mean, you can make legitimate arguments for any one of them, but without Tim Hardaway, the Denver Nuggets are probably a 5th or 6th seed.
They wouldn't have made it through that stretch without Jokic.
Who did we say the other people were? Vassell and Hawkes Jr. or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there another one, or is it just those 2? I'm trying to remember now. I mean, either way, yeah, obviously, like, worthy candidates across the board.
I mean, they're valuable. They're valuable to their teams, but I'll say it again: without Tim Hardaway Jr., the Denver Nuggets are a 5th or a 6th seed right now.
Well, that's the interesting thing about the 6-man like award is like balancing like, okay, who's got the greatest individual like output statistically, and then who's like part of the most successful team, and what like their proportional role is, right? And like, do you reward the guy that's the 6th man that is the of the championship contenders most relevant, or do you reward the 6th man that just has the best individual output, or do you find the bridge somewhere in between?
Here's the thing: Tim Hardaway's both. I mean, he's scored off the bench. This man has made 221 3-pointers.
He just passed MPJ for 2nd most.
Who was a starter?
Yeah.
He's right behind Jamal Murray
this season. Yeah.
This season from off the bench, bro. He's only made about 10 games started this year at most, maybe 20.
It looks like he might have moved up a slot in the odds. Maybe 1 or 2. He's 5th right now. Wasn't he like 7th?
He was shooting about 3 weeks ago. He was barely in the conversation. He was like 10th or 11th.
But that sounds right. Like, he should definitely be top 5 in that conversation, even if he doesn't.
I'm thinking he should be top 3.
And not 3 or 2.
Exactly.
Just saying. I mean, you said it, but that's what I was thinking. You pulled it right out of my head and said it on the mic. Because he probably should be the number 2. He should probably be winning it. To me, he has been the key, and I know I've said this several times, and I said that I said it at the beginning of the season, you watch Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to go down as the best pickup the Denver Nuggets have ever made. That was the key. And I will say it over and over and over again, the Nuggets are not where they're at right now. They are not able to make that push to pull the 3, which we talked about here. Could they do it? We all, at 3, I think we said they could do it. It would have... The stars would have had to have aligned, which they did.
They they got a gift. I mean, let's call it what it is.
I mean, they did. The Lakers are imploding. It seems like their coach is calling out players publicly in the media.
I mean, if Luka and Reeves aren't hurt, if even one of them is healthy, I don't know if it looks like it does.
Yeah, but the arguments right now on every major sports channel, because everybody is mandated to talk about the Lakers, and
right.
So here we are talking about the Lakers. We're not mandated, but here we are. But to that point, whose decision was it to play Luka in a game where you were losing by 30 plus points?
Is that when he got hurt?
That's when he got hurt in that game.
Is that rhetorical?
Well, no, I think
It is rhetorical.
I thought the deficit came after the injury, though. Wasn't the injury somewhat early in the game?
No, bro, they were already down by 30 points when he got injured. There was no reason for him to be in the game, and their coach kept him in there. JJ Redick kept him in there.
It's against the Thunder, right?
I think it was against the Thunder. I don't recall who they were playing, but I do recall that they were down by 30. But actually, I'm almost certain it was OKC.
Yeah, I think it was against the Thunder. I thought they were still down like 15 or something, which is still to your point. Like, okay, like when do you think about pulling? But I think it's pretty quick to get down by 20 to the Thunder, and also reasonable to think like, hey, I want to build these guys' confidence in case we meet these guys in the playoffs. Like, we want to feel like we can hang with these dudes.
They were
even if
never
it's not.
in that game.
I want to look now. That's a big distinction for sure.
They were never in that game, and there was no reason to have Luka on the court. Should have pulled him, and you would have him right now.
Though either way, JJ Redick's not too bad of a coach.
Yeah, he seems like he's doing
to
a
get the
job
Lakers
overall.
where they are now. They used to be a play-in team before he coached them.
I was concerned because like when he was doing podcasts, he was obviously some sort of savant. with the basketball knowledge, especially.
I mean, he did go to Duke, bro.
Especially the X's and O's and stuff. And yeah, he was okay. Yeah. He was a decent player, but like, I was reticent that he was gonna do well as a coach. But it looks like he's not bad. I mean,
there was a time where I wanted JJ Redick as a Denver Nugget.
Who do you think has a better shot of being on the Lakers next year, LeBron or JJ Redick?
Redick.
No.
That's funny. I sit corrected. They were definitely out of that game when he got injured.
There was no reason to have him in the game.
Yeah.
And that to me, I'm not an NBA professional coach. I'm just a fan. But to me, if that's my team, okay, and let's say I own the Denver Nuggets or I'm coaching for the Denver Nuggets, we're down by 32 points to the best team in the league. I'm pulling Jokic. I'm pulling Murray. I'm pulling AG. Like the only person that might be playing is Cam Johnson and CB. Those are the only two players in my starting lineup that might be continuing to play in that time. Cam Johnson for reasons of we're trying to build trust, and CB you're trying to get him back into a rhythm. AG, I'm thinking they should probably shut him down for the next 2 games. The only reason why I wouldn't do that is because it might develop rust, and they're trying to get him back into a rhythm.
Right.
But man, it seems like he's struggling out there.
He just seems a little bit like kind of like stiff or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not trying to put the man in a wheelchair at post NBA. Like this guy really is out there doing this like all the time. Like he's just.
But if we didn't take the 3 from the Lakers as it sits right now, would you rather play the Rockets or the Timberwolves?
Yeah, I'm good with either one. The Nuggets this year have beat both of those teams pretty handily.
Yeah, those are interesting matchups.
Ideally, Timberwolves should have Edwards back.
Well, they're gonna. I think they're gonna play the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves have pretty much solidified themselves.
Well,
they are.
With the 3 seed, they'd be facing the Timberwolves if they started the playoffs today. So,
do you think it's gonna be healthy for them to exercise some Minnesota Demons potentially if that's how it works out?
For me, as a Denver Nuggets fan and as a fan of sports, I always want all the smoke. I always want my team to beat the best teams on their way to being the best team, because then there's no asterisks next to your championship. If you have to go through Minnesota, who has dominated you in the playoffs the past 3 or 4 years, right? You got to go through Minnesota. San Antonio, probably, I don't think they're an Achilles. Would you say that as a Denver fan that they're...
I feel like the Nuggets match up really well with San Antonio.
They really do. I think they really do. So I don't think that San Antonio's that bane, but OKC... Like, I want them to have to play. I don't want OKC losing to somebody else. I want Denver Nuggets beating the OKC Thunder on their way to their championship. Because in 2023, that's what they did. It was a what do they call it? A revenge run. The Denver Nuggets had to beat every single team that they could not beat to get to a including the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, who had historically dominated the Denver Nuggets in playoffs. Like from the 80s to that point, the Lakers had dominated the Denver Nuggets, and they had to go through. That's why there's no asterisk next to their championship. They had to, except for the fact that they had to beat Miami right? Miami was like a 7 seed or something like that. That's the only. But Miami was mollywopping people that on their way to that championship run, right?
I tell you, I bet you the Thunder would prefer the Nuggets got the 3 seed because they don't want to see the Nuggets in the second round.
I guarantee it. That's why they're taking out their top 9 players tomorrow night.
Everybody tomorrow.
Yep, heard that on the way in.
But even with all those guys sitting, they're still at least like a play-in level team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
With all their backups and their bench.
I think we've said it on this show several times that their 5 people their next 5 coming off the bench could start on other teams.
They got two playoff teams on one team.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what happens when you suck for years too, when you're just like stacking first round lottery picks.
Eventually, you got to figure it out, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna get a great team,
until they
or even
pay
a
everybody.
decent one, you know.
Well, I mean,
enjoy it till they have to pay everybody.
Exactly, because that's exactly what Minnesota's going through. Minnesota went through the same cycle. That's how they got Edwards. That's how they got all of these players.
That's what we keep waiting for OKC to get to the point of, you know.
And their time is coming. That's why I love the Denver Nuggets and the fact that Jokic is a humble superstar. I really think he was waiting. The reason why he didn't take the money this year is because he was waiting to see what the Denver Nuggets were going to do.
Sure.
And they made moves.
Maybe.
I feel that as a
Is
fan.
that suggesting that there's a universe where Jokic would leave?
I think there was a lot of suggestions that because he didn't take the contract, I'm refuting
Yeah, but
that.
That's not.
Yeah, I don't think it was based in reality.
I don't think he is either.
That was based on memes.
Right.
That was Instagram
and casual
memes.
fandom.
Not unless a team in Serbia could pay him $60 million a year or whatever, you know.
Yeah, it's not happening.
No, he's a Denver Nugget until he retires and goes to do his horse thing, because that's honestly, you know, what he'd. I don't know if that's what he'd rather be doing, because I think the way he played last night in that game, especially on the defensive end of the court, it was just like, I think Jokic is locked in.
That was a crazy game, man.
It was.
That was a bunch of JV, you know.
Yeah.
Two-way players.
Yeah, that's wild that they hung.
And they were just fucking up threes.
They put up they made like 13 threes in the first half,
and then couldn't make anything in the second.
And
half.
that was the last team to beat Denver before the whole winning streak started.
Exactly. So they finished it the way they started, except for with a win.
Right.
And I think that was kind of a revenge game for them. And the fact that Jokic, Murray, and most of the starters did not have to play in the fourth quarter at all. I think this Denver Nuggets team is really, really locked in. So that I guess my question is, do you think the Nuggets can just prevail? And this is for both of you. Do you think the Nuggets can prevail and keep this 3 seed? Or do you think the Lakers could win 1 or 2 more games? They could win. I mean, they're playing Golden State right now. Does anybody have that score?
No.
Because that game should have already started. If not, it starts in about 30 minutes.
Starts at 8. Yeah.
Okay. So they do play Golden State tonight without a Steph Curry.
He's back.
No, he's out.
But he's not playing tonight. Yeah.
Jeez.
He's
Or is
not
it
playing
just like
tonight.
a rest game or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's not. He doesn't qualify for any awards anyway.
Sure.
So why not shut him down? I think that they have a good chance of. I forget where they're at in the standings.
They're like locked into the 10 seed, so
Right.
for them, nothing's gonna really change their path forward.
Might as
at
well
this
rest
point.
him and
Right.
play him in a game that's meaningful for them.
Right.
This is a meaningful game for the Lakers, not for Golden State. But that doesn't mean Golden State can't beat the Lakers. The Lakers do seem like they are imploding. The fact that J.J. Redick is calling out
Who'd he call out?
DeAndre Ayton.
He said he can't catch the
Can't
ball.
catch the ball.
He deserves that, though.
He does.
I mean,
100%.
that's what the coach in
I don't
Arizona
think-
told him in Phoenix. Like, this dude has butterfit. He's like a little bit better than Najee, but he's like a Najee. You know, like he doesn't know how to keep his hands around the ball in the paint.
It is an interesting approach to not go with the, criticize in private, praise in public approach, though.
Right. I agree.
We all know that he can't catch the ball. Nobody's disputing that. You're not supposed to say it then. you know?
JJ's coming from a player perspective.
Right.
And even as a teammate, you don't do
That's
that.
what I mean. A teammate wouldn't do that in a press
Yeah.
conference
No.
either, you know?
But his mentality to me is coming as a teammate, not
Yeah.
as a coach.
Sure.
Because you definitively would not do that, or you shouldn't. if you're a good coach, you're not going to call out.
Maybe he's trying something new.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, that's the thing. It's not like JJ hasn't been in the league a lot of years. It's not like he's not a smart dude. Like, obviously, he knows the repercussions of what he's doing. He's got intention behind it. He thinks it's going to help. Like,
that might even be a call out to his GM or ownership to get rid of him.
Yeah, that's more like an off-season thing, I feel like. No?
It's definitely a private thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think he's trying to light a fire under Ayton's, you know what, because Ayton's this guy that, you know, one night he's giving you 20 and 12, and then the next night he's giving you 5 and 3, you know?
But if calling him out in Phoenix and calling him out in Portland didn't work, because those coaches called him out.
Did they?
Yes, publicly. Definitely in Phoenix, he was called out. That's why they traded him.
Interesting.
Take the hint, buddy.
Yeah, at some point in time, he needs to point the thumb at him. And maybe that's what J.J. Redick is trying to get across to him. I don't know what type of relationship they have, but to me, that just seems a little public, and I wouldn't do that.
Sure.
But, hey, you do you. You know, I don't know how, you know, what your coaching style or relationship is with him, but you do you. But the question's still there, fellas. Do you think the Denver Nuggets can hold this 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't think that the Lakers are in a good spot right now. They're crashing and burning.
Yeah, like the Lakers have the tiebreaker, but basically the Nuggets would either have to lose all 3 games remaining, and the Lakers go 2-1, or the Lakers would have to win out, and Nuggets would go 2-1 or worse to take.
Well, the
over
Nuggets
the
only
3
have
seed.
2 games left.
2 games left.
And it's against OKC and San Antonio.
Sure. Okay.
And we already know OKC is benching all of their players. I think San Antonio, knowing that OKC is already. I think OKC or San Antonio, knowing that OKC has already locked the 1 seed. I don't think they're going to play Wemby or any. Well, how many games does Wemby have left before he doesn't qualify for?
I thought he already hit eligibility this week. I'll double check though.
Okay, so as long as Wemby still has eligibility, if they sit him, I don't think he only has to play 20 minutes.
He already sat last game. I think he's probably shut down here. Let me look.
So that means he probably still qualifies. He has enough games, even if they sit him, right?
Oh, he's at 63 games played. So he must need to play 2 more still.
So I think it's 65 is the...
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
So he's fine. They probably can sit him this next game. I think they play tonight or tomorrow.
No, they got 2 games left. He's got to play them both to be eligible. Based on that.
Ooh.
Dang. So, well, no, he only has to play 20 minutes.
Right, yeah, he doesn't have to play 40.
So that's 5 minutes a quarter. That's it. I mean...
You probably get first half, and then that's it, right? Get 10 and 10 in or something?
That's it. That's it. That's all he would need. Jokic would be the same, to be honest with you. That's all.
Yeah.
Because I think Jokic is right on that fringe as well.
So even if the Lakers lose
Jokic
tonight,
game.
they have to win 1 more game, essentially.
If the Denver Nuggets win tomorrow night, I think they pretty much lock the 3, no matter what the Lakers do.
Well, they could win out still and take it with the tiebreaker. That's the only thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm assuming they lose tonight. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I don't think they win out. I don't think they win 2 out of the last 3. To be honest with you,
I think they beat Utah and lose the tonight and the Saturday. That's what I think.
Seems reasonable. Yeah. Basically, the control of the 3 seed has very much shifted within their favor. They control their destiny. They'd have to melt down and also catch a bad break with the Lakers somehow figuring out how to win with nobody to give it up at this point. So
Yeah, I don't see the Lakers even winning. I think they lose 2 more games and then win in Utah, and they're the 4th seed. They might even be the 5th seed at that point, to be honest with you, and Houston might be hosting them.
I was going to say, if anything, if y'all lose your next game, you're almost more worried about Houston overtaking you because they're destroying somebody right now. I can't remember. But they're the same record as the Lakers at this point. I know you have the tiebreaker over them, but they can still get to 53 wins, and you're at 52. So, obviously, you want to get the next game done and not have to worry about it in the last game of the year for sure.
Yeah. Any thoughts there, Mike?
No. I don't know, man. It's. I just feel like without Reeves and Doncic, they're not looking great. They've got blown out like 2 out of their last 3 games.
Kind of looks like LBJ doesn't want to take shoulder like this
I
team.
don't know if he can.
Yeah.
Well, he can sporadically, but I think that Luka especially was a nice little crutch to have there.
yeah, like
You don't think LBJ's as petty as everybody thinks he is? Like, he's not like, you're not bringing me back next year.
No, he's very petty.
well, the Mavs game, he had a huge game.
Well, that's true.
He had
That's true.
30, 15, and 9 in that game.
Yeah, that's
over
true.
50% shooting. So
And
like,
he's still playing well. It's
So-
not like he's tanking himself.
That's what I mean. So
No,
he
he's good. It's amazing how good he is
Right.
at his age.
Right. He can consistently be that number 3 dude. He can, sporadically like have a big number 1 dude kind of night like that. But he just, if you're going to ask him to put the team on his back for over a week and win out to hold on to the 3 seed, like against the West Conference, he can't do it anymore.
Especially if he knows he's not coming back to this team.
Especially if he's got nobody around him. I mean, look at his starting lineup. He's got Hachimura, No Hands, DeAndre Ayton, freaking Jake LaRavia, and then he's got one guy that can shoot in Luke Kennard.
What's wrong with Hachimura? He's the answer. He's the answer to Jokic.
Hey, you know what? I would take Hachimura on this team.
Hachimura is a great role player, 100%.
Yeah, he's not the answer.
He's not AI.
No, do you remember that in the playoffs?
No, I do. I know exactly what Mike is referencing. He's referencing that year that everybody thought that the Lakers had figured out the cheat code against Jokic,
And it was Hachimura.
and the Nuggets turned around and blew him out like the next game.
Right.
Jokic ate him alive, dude.
Like, oh, you're gonna put a guy on me a half a foot or more shorter than me and smaller than me by 50, 60 pounds? Okay. Let's play ball.
It's funny.
LeBron James to the Nuggets on a vet min next year.
No.
James.
Boo.
For a vet man, you don't want him?
No.
I would for a vet minimum.
Nope.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, he can still shoot and pass
Nope.
and rebound.
Nope. That's all I got to say about that.
What if he was going to pay the team to let him play with them? Okay, then you take him.
It's a
as
little
long as they
bit.
don't have to sign his son.
It's a little bit early, but man, we could be losing at the end of this season. Hardaway.
I think they'll figure out a way to keep Hardaway, but Peyton Watson is more in question.
If another team is like, hey, we'll give you like $14.5 million.
If you could only keep
He'll be
one
gone.
between Watson and Hardaway, you're going to keep Watson, no?
No, you
Yeah,
would.
but
You would. It's just that Watson's gonna.
He's gonna need to get paid.
Yes.
Yeah,
And,
like 20 a
and
year.
they're probably going to have to get rid of Cam Johnson in order to make that happen.
Right.
And Cam Johnson's playing better now.
Cam Johnson.
Yeah, no, Cam Johnson
really
looks
well.
great. He's had quite a little run here.
I think he's figuring
These
out
last
how to
10
play
games.
with Jokic and Murray, how to be that third
he's
to
figuring
fourth
he's
option.
figuring that out, but I don't know, man. I'm telling you, AG's the key. He unlocks certain guys.
Well, I mean, the fact that you have to.
Got to unlock his knees.
Yeah, he needs to unlock them knees, dude. Unlock that hamstring.
To your point, Mike, having AG in the. It looks like you're drinking nothing. That was really weird. It looks like you're just doing this with nothing.
I'm
That's
just going to periodically do this throughout the rest of the show.
just so Mike doesn't look weird.
Make sure everyone's paying attention. Yeah.
Anyways.
Magic hat. Man.
Oh, my God.
But to my point, what?
Oh, man, I've lost my. That train is gone now.
The one time he was going to piggyback on what you were saying.
Yeah. Why do I
point.
even participate?
We appreciate your contributions, Mike, even
Yeah.
when they're not pizza related.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
he said. Hey, and that
Is
pizza
that
was
all I'm worth?
slamming.
Is all I'm worth?
That pizza was slamming, bro.
And intros, you know?
Pizza and what?
And
yeah.
intros.
The intro's coming.
Pizza and wraps.
Yeah, we'll see. That's it. I'm gonna hold off the intro for another 2 weeks.
Just got to hold out leverage while you got it.
Yeah.
Wait for his extension to kick in.
Oh, my God. No, Peyton Watson is going to want that big money. The Nuggets are not going to be able to afford him unless they do get rid of Cam Johnson. That's going to be a tough decision. I do not envy the front office on that.
Yeah.
What about AG, man? He's so good and so integral.
Oh, that's what I was.
He's so
gonna
integral,
piggyback.
but at the same time, like
He's injured.
He's
Yes.
not necessarily not a liability because even 55% AG on the court is better than zero AG. But
having him in that dunker spot opens it up for everyone. Even like CB. CB is having his highest 3-point shooting percentage of his career just because of AG. Like his percentage drops dramatically when AG's not playing in that starting lineup. Everybody's does really, except for Jokic and Murray. Mm-hmm. But when AG's in that lineup, that 2 and that 3 spot, that 2 and that 3 just become a easier way to score.
Is it just a bad combination of his his age, his size, and his style of play that's just going to lend itself to non-stop injuries?
Dog, he's played, especially when they played in Orlando, man, they put that whole team on his back.
Yeah.
And he's a big guy, right? So like Jokic, they would allow him to be fouled, punched, pushed, scratched. And that starts to take a toll on your body. If he's not already 30, he's close to 30.
He just turned 30.
Even right now,
and
he's right now he's like still got that sort of, he's physical, you know.
Yeah.
And he's crashing into people and
that check engine light is flashing.
It's high impact, you know.
I can't believe how much we're aging 30-year-olds out here these days. This is crazy.
Yeah, does that hurt your feelings?
Yeah, it hurts my feelings. What do you think? Come on.
Man,
you're also not playing professional.
I'm not here telling myself I'm young every day.
How does that hurt your feelings, man? Think about us.
Whatever.
I'm just saying, though, it's not that he's 30 and just, living life. He's 30 and battling with ginormous other men that are 20-something.
Understood.
He's assigned to the best, guy on whatever team that we're playing.
And the biggest guy.
Yeah.
We should also probably acknowledge, this could be an outlier season. This is the fewest games he's played in his entire career this one season.
It was an issue last season, and then it's kind of almost.
It was a small
worse.
issue the season before. And it was a medium issue last year.
2 years ago, he played 73 games.
Out of 82.
I understand how many games are in a season, Arthur, but
that's hence small issue.
Small issue. Last year, medium issue.
I told you it got bigger.
This year, big issue.
It's a big issue.
Next year, might be a ginormous issue.
Next year, he could also just play a healthy season again.
He could.
Also possible.
He could.
Be great.
He could.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they're able to restructure his deal. I think he wants to stay in Denver.
You think he would have to restructure to stay?
In order for them to keep all of their pieces, yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. If they wanted to be able to keep all of their pieces, or at least have minuscule attrition.
That's tougher with the role players, though, man. I feel like you ask the guy that's making 60 to take a little less. You don't ask the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's making what, 45 or something?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
I mean, that's still a good chunk of change for what he brings to the table.
It
Don't
really
get me
depends
wrong,
on if they win it all this year.
They should go to Christian Brown. Be like, hey, dude, sorry.
Right.
We made a big mistake.
Right.
Giving you 25.
Well, here's another name that I'm going to throw out there that changes things because it's a lot less taxing hit to your wallet by letting him go next year is Mr. Najee.
Dude, well, where's he going to go?
I don't care where he goes.
When is his contract up?
He still has 2 or 3 more years left on that damn contract.
What the hell, dude?
We'll just pay somebody in cash, double his contract, just to put him on their G League roster. And
Bro, we'll pay you to cut him.
Right,
Please.
exactly, yeah.
Somebody take this guy.
We'll pay you to cut him. But that's one solid.
Does that make space?
You know
for
who would be
Watson?
in the market for a Najee is whoever's trying to tank next year.
That's true. That's a good point. There's always a couple.
Which might be Milwaukee.
Yeah, there's 10 teams tanking right now.
Yeah, but I mean, next year, it might be Milwaukee without the Greek freak over there, man.
Yeah, that's sad the way that's spiraled, but
it really is really sad because his trajectory before this crap happened.
I didn't realize how long ago he got to his prime, though. They were a 1 seed back in 2019.
Right.
7 years.
Yeah. Yeah,
You don't hear that much about him no more.
No.
Well, I mean, Milwaukee decided to get rid of their coach while they were still winning.
Yeah.
And bring in a coach that only won because of 3 specific players and could not win in LA, has not won anywhere else but in Boston. I mean, they kind of deserve what they're getting right now, but he doesn't.
I don't know.
He doesn't.
They kind of were under the impression anything was possible, I guess. I don't know why they would think that.
Anything is possible.
But Well, I was thinking about this though. Like, it's reasonable for star players to have 7+ year primes, but like most role players in the NBA don't really have 7+ year primes. And you look at the core they put around Giannis. The only big change they ever really made was getting older and getting Dame past his prime. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's like Bobby Portis or Chris Middleton. You expect to have a 10-year prime? Like, you didn't expect them to like degrade at any point in time like that? Like,
I guess they didn't.
Yeah.
That's why I said the team deserves, as a franchise, they deserve exactly what they're getting. Giannis doesn't, though.
right.
Giannis doesn't deserve this.
Yeah, he deserves to compete for a championship, 100%.
Yeah, he
game-
deserves
the-
to be competing for championships year in and year out, man.
The game is definitely better when
With
he's
his
in the
brothers.
playoffs, man. Like,
And that, you know what? You know, we talk about LeBron and his son all the time. That we have to bring that up too, because that kind of does bother me a little bit. Like, this dude, his youngest brother now plays for Milwaukee. Like, all his siblings take up like a quarter of the roster. Him and his siblings.
when are they signing his nephew?
Like his cousins, he's got like 6 cousins coming out. Like, the Milwaukee Bucks are all going to be
His barber,
Antetokounmpos.
his accountant.
The Milwaukee Greeks.
Yeah, it'll no longer be the
His
Bucks.
agent.
Barbers. That's funny. That's good.
Speaking of name changes, not to switch up sports, but there was like I heard a joke the other day, and I don't know if it's true, that the Chicago Bears are thinking about moving to Gary, Indiana. I think it was a joke.
No, it's true.
I think it was a
It's 100% true.
Yeah.
So I have a guy that works under me, and he's a huge Chicago fan, huge South Side of Chicago. You know, been a Bears
Gary
fan.
Bears.
So I told him, I said, hey, you good with them? They're moving to Gary? He was like, they'll never do it. And I said, but you know, if they do, we can call them the Gare Bears. And he was like, don't do that. He's like, don't do that. I was like, come on, man, the Gare Bears. Come on.
It sounds ridiculous, but there wouldn't be the only team that's in the wrong state.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
You know
true.
what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, the Chiefs
But why
are
Gary,
The Chiefs are
Indiana?
in Missouri.
Right.
The Giants.
are
Yeah, but the
Indiana
Chiefs are
Jones.
about to move into Kansas, though. I think their new stadium will be in Kansas.
Yeah, it was a whole squabble around that. But the Royals are still in Missouri, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Well, I mean, to a certain extent, Kansas City is half Missouri, half Kansas. So.
yeah, so that one's a little
At least the
different.
name of the city works, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
No matter what state
Kansas
you're
City,
in.
Missouri. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
KC Mo.
Right.
KC Mo.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I can't with y'all today. The fact that it could be, why Gary, Indiana?
Because
It's like the murder capital of the country.
well, so
So they were like, so Chicago's no longer the murder capital of the country.
No,
we need to move
We need
to
to
a more
move to the murder capital.
whatever the most violent city is that's near us.
so basically,
We're going there.
the negotiations between the team and like the Chicago government, like they've basically become mortal enemies
Oh,
for
yeah.
each other, and so
Yeah.
they started listening to Gary almost out of spite, and then they were like, actually, this is a better offer than we've gotten.
Soldier
from
Field is over
any-
100 years
any
old,
Illinois
bro.
government, yeah, exactly. So because they bought a whole plot of land
Yeah.
up the street in Illinois, and you know they're trying, you know, they won't work with them on who's going to fund what for them essentially,
Mm-hmm.
and so you know. Basically, Indiana was like,
We don't care if you win.
yeah,
Come
like,
to Gary.
Please, we'll pay whatever. Please, play here.
Ignore the
Right.
murder.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that makes sense. Because I was really thinking it might be, hey, the Chicago Bears are like, you know what? There's not enough murder around us. We need to move from
need more
Chicago
murder.
They're just
to.
huge Hoosier fans or something. I
Just,
didn't know.
just come on over the state lines to see a game. How far away is that from like Chicago?
Well, that's the thing.
It's
It's
like a couple
really
hours, I think.
No, it's not. It's like
It's
a
not that far.
30-minute drive.
It's 30 minutes?
It's
Really?
like what a lot of other like distances between stadiums and metropolitan areas look like for a lot of other teams. It just happens to be right near the state line. That's all.
Yeah.
Do you think they would still call them the Chicago Bears?
Yes, you're not gonna call.
I can't call them the Gare Bears?
You
The-
can
the
call
Gary
them that,
Berries?
and they will definitely get called that by anyone ever making fun of them. But they're not gonna change their name to that. Obviously,
It's the Gare Bear stare.
Here's your brand new.
Gary,
Here's
the
a brand
Gary
new.
Berries.
Here's a brand new stadium just when you're here, don't make eye contact with crackheads.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, just
Eyes straight or look at the ground. Do
The
not
entire parking structure and walkway into the stadium is all underground.
Do
like
not
there's no
engage.
interaction with any actual Gary citizens at any point.
the city's like 65% abandoned. New stadium.
There's this brand new illustrious stadium in the middle of like nothing.
It's domed in. All the doors are locked. There's no windows.
Ooh,
you can't
ooh,
actually,
bulletproof dome.
You can't actually see outside the stadium at all.
Bulletproof dome.
Man, that. It would be crazy to not see the Bears play at Soldier Field, though. But Soldier Field is like more than 100 years old, man, and they've done all of the renovations that they can do to a stadium of that, age. It is time for the Chicago Bears to get a new stadium. Maybe people in Chicago, you guys need to nut up with that. We were
Softball up.
Softball.
Softball's up.
We were discussing this. I was discussing this with another person or with a friend of mine, and it's just like the Denver Broncos, when they got their new stadium, a lot of people were arguing like, taxpayers shouldn't have to pay for it. The Broncos aren't winning. They've been to Super Bowls, but they're losing. I gladly was paying for that new stadium, and then they won Super Bowls.
Arthur was ahead of the curve yet again.
Hey, tell him again. Say that again. I don't think they heard you in the back.
And the whole time he was telling them not to hire Nat Hackett as well.
Ooh.
I mean,
Don't trade for Russell Wilson. They're like, who? He's
actually,
not even,
I did want Hackett as long as we got Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay, fair.
It's got to be a heavy burden being right all the time.
It is. It's very heavy. I would like to let it go, but I
I
can't.
am-
Retrospect.
I will tell Arthur he's right every single week on the show if we get to trash the Chicago Bears every single week on the show. That's a
Hey.
completely fair trade-off to me.
Okay.
I know
That's
all
great.
about that.
We could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that. Just cater
Do you want
to
to talk
my
about
ego.
Caleb Williams' fingernails next?
Wait, what about his fingernails?
You don't remember when that was a whole
They're,
big deal?
they're sparkly.
Yeah, he was painting them all sparkly colors and.
Hey, to each their own.
Yeah,
I have no comment on that.
Okay.
To each their own, because I was making fun of Jimmy Buckets when he came with that perm.
Oh, the emo hair, Jimmy Buckets.
my
Yes,
God.
that was
And
the
I'm just-
best.
I'm like, oh my God, some of these dudes.
Dude, that was amazing.
Y'all are tripping.
It cost my hair just thinking about it. Yeah. That's when we need a guitar.
He just did that for like picture day, didn't he?
Yeah, well,
yeah,
that's the picture
exactly.
they used that season.
the
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
year
For,
when
like,
he went to his
everything.
stats
Dude,
in the
he
ESPN
should've-
app or when
He
his,
should have kept
pulled
that
him
look.
up. Right.
He should have kept that look the whole season. That'd have been amazing, dude.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised more guys don't do that just to get the clicks, honestly. Like,
Right.
just completely go crazy on picture day and just change it afterwards.
All right. Before we run out
Anyway.
of time, because I could do this all day. San Antonio and OKC are the number 1 and number 2 seed in the West, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pistons wrap up the 1 in the East, even without their best player, which is a bit scary.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
He's back.
Okay. And
Nobody
it
touch
looks-
anything.
It looks like Boston will probably round out the second. I mean, they are playing New York tonight, which is
Yeah.
a pivotal game, right? If they lose this game tonight, it opens the door for New York to grab that too, right?
We'd have to lose the next 2. They'd have to win the next 2. So it's just a crack.
Well, I mean,
technically.
but if they lose tonight, so wait, because I could have swore if they lose tonight, like if Boston loses, New York only has to win 1 more game to overtake. Okay,
New
2
York,
more games.
New York has to win 2. We have
Okay.
to lose 2. So
Okay.
yeah, it's
So they've pretty much rounded out the second seed.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's a 1-point game with a minute and a half left right now. So it could be over tonight. If it's not, it's probably going to be over in a day or 2. Let's be honest.
Okay, since the playoffs are around the corner and basically will start before we have our next show, who you with? I know you're going to choose Boston, but I'm saying like let's go.
Are you calling me biased?
I mean, no, I would never do that. We're never biased on this show.
Yeah.
Like never biased.
That's
always.
crazy. That's insane.
This is the most
I'm picking the
honest,
Knicks.
down the middle show you'll ever watch.
I am picking the Brooklyn Nets to win it all. That's.
Yeah. That ain't happening.
I meant the lottery, bro. The lottery.
I got the Heat out of the 10 seed.
So we're talking about
Hey,
the
that
East.
has happened before. I mean, they did it for.
They did it out of the 8, unfortunately.
Well, but they came from the 10. Like, they were in that play-in and got the 8th, if I remember correctly.
When you're talking about the East, though,
think they were
you're
just
just talking about
distracted.
who's
Yeah.
who's gonna lose in the finals. That's what that is. That's a fight
I
to
mean-
see who's gonna lose in the finals.
I wish I would. I had.
I mean,
something-
that's-
I wish I could argue with you. I
It's
really
sad.
do. But
I feel so bad
yeah.
for anybody that has
Dude,
a
I
team in
think
the
Boston will, and I'm not saying this to pander, I swear to God, I honestly think Boston is the only team in the East, maybe New York, that can handle the smoke in the West. Like, because New York has handled Western Conference teams this year, including the Denver Nuggets. They have handled them, not just beat them, handled them.
Yeah.
So I think those, and Boston is the same. Those are the only. Some could argue Detroit has too.
I think Detroit and Cleveland would be able to take it 6. I don't know about like beyond that. Maybe 7 for New York. Boston obviously showed that they could beat the Thunder, but I don't know if I don't think anyone's beaten the Thunder in a 7-game series. I'd say it, but
Hey, the Denver Nuggets can, but not anybody from
well,
the
the
East.
The Spurs might.
Yeah, the Spurs
could,
because
the
they just don't
Nuggets-
have an
Yeah.
answer for Wemby, but.
Yeah. But okay, so on let's take our fan hats off for just a quick second and be realistic. We're gonna pack our biases away, right? All right, Ryan.
Yes.
Who you with?
And
why?
Yeah. I think. Shoot, man, I did not like how Boston looked against New York in the playoffs last year. But I do think we find a way. I think we've empowered some of these role players. I think the matchups are very different. I think some of the major players in New York's starting rotation have taken a step back.
Okay.
Mikal Bridges doesn't look like the guy he was when he got to New York. I think the Celtics can get out of the East. I think Detroit needs another year of experience before they get there, but I think obviously they'll put up a good fight. And then in the West, man, dude,
That's tough.
I want to go with Denver. I do. And I do think that whoever they run into between San Antonio and OKC, I do think they take them 7 again. But I think, man, I'm really torn. I think I am gonna. I hate saying it. I'm gonna go with the Thunder.
I said I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
I did. Yeah.
It's okay, man.
I don't want to be right.
Gotta be realistic. I mean, the Thunder are going to be very tough. They're going to be a tough out, especially if SGA gets that whistle in the playoffs. It's going to be very tough against most teams. The Denver Nuggets will probably match up very well because they have 2 or 3 guys on their starting lineup that can guard him.
Yeah.
But that not every team has that in the West.
Yeah.
So take that for what it's worth, Mike.
Well, I mean, in the West, the OKC just seems so unstoppable, but like they're pretty much almost the same team as they were last year in a hobbled Nuggets with no depth. Took them to 7 games, so I'm gonna have to go. If it wasn't, I'm gonna say Nuggets, but if not them, then OKC. Then in the East, I don't know. I like the Knicks. I like Brunson. But with Boston, I really like Tatum. He seems like he's got heart. I believe in his heart. You know what I mean? I think he can will things to happen. And
Jaylen Brown's playing out of his mind.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown in Tatum's absence proved that he's very legit.
He's a Batman in his own right.
So I mean, it's between those two, and I mean, I'll probably lean Knicks, but I wouldn't be surprised if Boston went for a really pretty good run, pretty deep run all the way, maybe.
So you're saying Denver, Boston?
Yeah.
I've been praying for that matchup for 3 years.
Me too. 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 years.
Since I moved out here, I've been begging for it. Close. Close.
I say 3 years because that's how long we've known each other, I think, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And we have talked about this. They're the 2 best teams
Oh my gosh.
with the 4 best players in the league at their positions.
Yep.
And yet they have not met in the big game. Maybe this is that year.
Last year, I think, was the first year it wasn't one of the 2 in the finals since I moved out here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That 3-0 deficit to Miami, that's gonna haunt me for a long time because that would have been the year. But maybe this year.
I have the same. I know it sounds homer, but I have the same as Mike. I basically think it is going to be Boston and the Denver Nuggets, and here's why. I think most people are sleeping on both of those teams. Like, yes, the Denver Nuggets just showed everybody that they can win 10 straight games, and that's great. But I think the only team that doesn't want the smoke with Denver is OKC. Because I think OKC is a savvy enough championship pedigree team to see themselves in the mirror. They know that the Denver Nuggets, as Mike said, had a hobbled Denver Nuggets team that took them to 7 games last year. A healthy Denver Nuggets team playing with the way that they're playing right now.
Hobbled with no depth.
Hobbled with no depth. Yeah.
This year they're like still hobbled, but with depth.
With depth and able to beat teams with that depth. So I do think that overall, and then Boston flew under the radar even for me as a savvy basketball fan. I did not think. I'll admit it, man enough to admit it, I did not think Boston was going to be in the top 5. I knew they were going to be a playoff team because Brown is that good. I knew they were going to be a playoff team, and I didn't think they would be a play-in team. I figured they would be in that 4, 5, or 6. Okay, that's honestly where I thought Boston would be. They shocked the hell out of me this year by without having their 1A, 1B best player, not having. And the reason why I say that is because Jaylen Brown has often ate, and so has Tatum, off of each other, right? Because teams had to pick their poison. You're either going to double team Tatum or you're going to double team Brown, but you can't double team both, right? Otherwise, the rest of the team is going to massacre you. So for them to be in the second seed and pretty much dominating this year, they started off a little slow. Let's be honest. They started off just a little slow, but about, I'd say end of November, December, they were dominating, man. They were playing playoff style basketball early in the season and mid season. They were in playoff form. So I could see these two teams sleeping under the radar because everybody's talking about Detroit. Everybody's talking about New York. Everybody's talking about LA. Everybody's talking about OKC. Everybody's talking about San Antonio. But OKC really is the only threat to Denver. I do not see any other team in the West being able to give Denver all the smoke that they want and need and pulling away in a 7-game series. I just don't see that happening. San Antonio, close, but no experience. They folded in that game. They could have beat the Denver Nuggets and pushed them into that 4th, 5th spot.
Yeah.
Could have beat them. We're beating them by 20-plus points. That was one of those games. They folded because they're young and they're new to this. And the pedigree of the Denver Nuggets, the core of the Denver Nuggets, the championship pedigree of that core, dominated. So
yeah, I just think you have to acknowledge the matchups too, though, because the Nuggets and Spurs will play each other in the conference semis as it sits currently, and if that is a long, hard-fought, physical 7-game series, and OKC, just breezes their way to the conference finals, I think you can't ignore what impact that would have on whoever wins the Nuggets-Spurs series, then trying to go up against the Thunder immediately afterwards when they're sitting on a bunch of rest too.
To that point, that's exactly what happened to the Denver Nuggets last year. But to Mike's point, the Denver Nuggets didn't have that depth, right? Because the Denver Nuggets went to 7 games every series last year. Every series. They were at least 6.
Yeah, it's hard to do it more than twice.
And with no depth, that would take a toll on any team. I don't care how good you are. Even OKC, if they lost if they lost, let's say to injury, their 6 through 8 guy, right, and had to dig deep in that bench, they might be okay, but it'd be a lot tougher, especially if you went 7 games in the first round, second round, and the third round. This year, that's a little bit different for the Denver Nuggets, the fact that they do have that depth, the fact that depth has had to be challenged during the middle of the season. That gives them experience.
You really want to roll against Minnesota in the first round, though. You can't have that one go 6+, or you're gonna.
I don't want them to go past 4 games in the first round.
That's what I mean. If Minnesota plays you tough like they have in the past, it's going to be real tough to have a long series against Minnesota and then San Antonio and then OKC and still get out of there.
I mean, they did it last year. I think that this team has enough grit to do it again. Do I want them to do that? No. No, I do not. Can they do it? Probably. I honestly think they can, but I definitely want them to. I want them to dominate in 4 games like they have in the last 4 quarters of the last 10 games. I want to see that in 4 games in the first round. Second round, I'll give it a 50-50, but that first round, I need to see the Denver Nuggets in order for me to just be on that bandwagon for sure. Even though I'm choosing them coming out of the West. It's going to be, I think, hot take.
Oh boy.
I think that OKC probably loses in the second round. Now, I don't want that to happen because I do want the Denver Nuggets to have to play them again.
To the winner of LA and Houston?
You know what? I'm used to being called crazy.
Okay.
I'm used to being called
Maybe
crazy.
Houston.
Isn't Houston's on a little run right now?
Maybe
though?
Houston, yeah.
Houston's looking kind of hot
you
right
never
now.
know.
And
with
Houston has
Houston.
played them
Yeah.
well this year.
Yeah.
I honestly think that there's a way that the OKC Thunder lose.
Anything's possible.
Can Arthur segue out of the show? I definitely think he can. I got you.
I appreciate you. That's my segue. Have a good week. We will see
we're
y'all in the
getting played
playoffs. Playoffs on the Denver Nuggets. Go Avs. Avs locking up the President's. It's the President's Cup, right?
Yes, sir.
President's Trophy.
Yeah.
They locking that
Trophy.
President's Trophy, yeah.
up. Yeah. So you
And
know,
it's Star Wars night.
right now it is a glorious time to be a Denver or Colorado fan. Even the Rockies
Rockies are 500, dude.
even the sun shines on the dog's ass some
That's as
days.
good as a ring.
We will take it. And that'll take us to the end of this show. We will see y'all next week. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Sports Fiends with the Z's and SoHi Studios. That does it for us this week, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see y'all next week. Deuces.
That's a wrap.
Good show.